No worries. This is our last best of three. We've been casting here for 2.5 hours. How you
Oh, wait.
feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling excited. That game was crazy.
That was a crazy game, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Ready to cast another 12 hours tonight?
Yeah, keen. We're going till dawn. No, dude. Currently, it's like a nice sunny day in Australia.
Yeah, sun went down a couple hours ago for me.
Wow.
Crazy, crazy stuff, man. All right,
All
you
right,
ready to
let's
go?
go. Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the final match of the night.
All right. Top left, we have the teal Terran, Samsonites. Bottom right, the yellow Terran. I said teal Terran again. Navane. Huh? I thought. Oh no, this is week 2 matches, right? Right?
Yeah, this is week 2 matches. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was confused because I thought I'd seen Navane's week 1 game, but yeah, that makes sense. Don't know what I was thinking. So it's TBT. Good old TBT. We had a decent spectrum of matchups this session, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Let's see how this ends out. TBT can be a pretty long matchup.
It can do. It can also be very fast if you're not careful. Just to see what openings people go for in this map. I think the one Rex FE is very strong here because it's very easy to SimCity or natural against vultures on this map. That said, the gas expand is always viable because there's sort of things you can do to make it work. Okay, both just getting the depot, no surprise there. Imagine a game where neither of them got the depot.
Yeah.
They both try and proxy racks in the same spot.
I'd love to see double proxy racks. That would actually be a pretty interesting game to cast.
I mean, it's not that great against Terran though, because SCVs are just kind of better than Marines, so...
SCVs are pretty insane in this game.
Yeah.
They've got 60 HP. That is so much health. Helps a lot against DTs as well. You actually do get that notification.
Oh yeah, true that. But then, you know, you have no detection, you're like, oh, my SCV's dying and the game's telling me too, I can't ignore it. So both of them going for gas.
Is this normal?
But I mean, yeah, you wouldn't say it's not normal, but it's just that you have two options basically. You expand without gas, like basically like you do in TVP pretty much. And then get the gas, or you go gas and then factory before expansion. And it looks like that's what they both do. And there's definitely one base plays you can do, it can still be that. But just interesting to note, they're not taking the most economical route right now.
And what would be the most economical route?
Well, I guess technically a CC first, but that's risky as hell.
Right.
But I was thinking more a run Rex FE would be the standard play, but both of them looking for gas. Factory's coming down just soon. Now the question is... Oh, nice. Navane getting a full scout. Looks like Samsonites will as well. Did Navane not make a Marine? Did either of them make a Marine? Okay. I'm not sure I like that very much, because this SCV, A, it can scout everything, and B, it can be really annoying to your SCV that's building the factory if you don't make a Marine. So I'm not sure I like that from either of these guys, but I guess they're playing a gentleman's game. Neither of them will make the Marine until now, so they'll get away with it.
Yeah,
so the question
look pretty
is,
identical.
are both of them going to expand? Are both of them going to go for another factory? What's the deal? I see Navane has pulled off gas, so I'm assuming it's expansion, and so is Samsonite. So far, the builds are perfectly mirrored. Navane is lifting off his barracks earlier, though, so he's going to use that to scout. It's a long way to fly to that upper main on this map.
Yeah, it is. May as well get started early.
Should see CCs coming down in just a minute. Samsonite's actually getting a depot first. Okay, so Vulture for Navane. We'll see if Samsonites goes straight into the Vulture. Thing is, if Samsonites gets the machine shop first, the Vulture from Navane will show up and nothing will be able to defend it and kill that Marine, kill that SCV in the CC. Maybe it gets into the main, kills a couple more before a siege takes out. Okay, he's going to go for that Vulture first, but it is very late, actually, compared to Navane's. Navane's Vulture's already out. Is he going to send it straight across the map? I think Samsonite's Vulture will be done in time, but still, he can definitely have a look-see, see what's going on.
Yeah,
See what
delay
Stan needs
the
to be.
delay the CC a little bit.
I'm not sure he's going to get there quite in time for that, because
Yeah.
Samsonite's Vulture's coming out. Okay, they are both going straight for 2 Vultures before Machine Shot, which is fairly common, because if your opponent goes for 2 and you only go for 1, maybe they come in and do a lot. But he's playing very defensively, actually. Okay, no, Samsonite's sending his Vulture out, while Navane sits at home. This could be bad for Samsonites if he's not careful. If you have good moving shot micro, you can actually just chase down that enemy Vulture once it engages. Samsonite's going for the Machine Shop and a second factory, but Navane, no Machine Shop so far, just the second factory. I'm expecting to see him put down a third factory, I think, in a minute. Yeah, he's going for a 3-fact Vulture, so probably going to be very aggressive in the early game. If Samsonites can get a Siege Tank or 2 and the SimCity is front, he should be okay, but I think Navane will take complete map control here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I actually don't know much about this matchup. You obviously know just about everything. That armory, is that considered early?
Well, first I'll say I don't know everything. I know a thing or two, but honestly, when I'm playing, I'm the guy who's doing the stupid thing. It's like you'd be watching it, and the opponent would be making 2 Vultures, and I'd have like a Marine, and I'd die. But the armory, I think, it's not early per se. If you get the upgrade, that's sort of an early upgrade build, yeah, but you kind of need it to get Goliath in case your opponent went Starport, and you can definitely support the upgrade. It's not like you're cutting anything to get the upgrade early, but this is like probably the earliest economical armory you would get, yeah. But yeah, like I said, the side benefit of having Goliaths in case your opponent went Starport is very important there as well.
Gotcha.
So Samsonites looks pretty well set up for this, but where's his army? He's got a tank coming out, 2 Vultures on their way. Finally Machine Shop in Navane. This is quite late. When you go 3-fact Vulture, you're supposed to get it before this, I think. Because you really want to get speed and mines sooner. But look at his Vulture count. Samsonites needs to complete his wall here. Maybe with a tank blocking it, it could work out, but still, it's going to be quite difficult. If Navane gets mines, he runs in and places mines next to the tank. I don't know. It's looking scary. Interesting that Navane hasn't started his +1. Maybe he's getting that armory exclusively for the Goliath, just in case. Because obviously, these Vultures don't shoot up. If your opponent went straight for a Starport, which is definitely a thing, then you'd be in a world of hurt if you didn't have anything to shoot up at it.
That's a lot of Vultures.
Yeah.
He's going
Welcome
Vultures,
to 3-fact Vulture.
He's going Vulture speed first.
Yes.
It's pretty normal.
Thing is, if your opponent has Vultures out on the map and you have Vulture speed and you have more Vultures than they do, you're just going to kill all their Vultures and they'll have no army left. Or Samsonite's moving out right now, which is not what he wants to do. I mean, Navane is not out on the map yet, but if Samsonite gets caught in this kind of position, I think he's just going to die. He needs to be behind a wall. That's the only way he can defend this. Well,
it's lifting up that
no, I say
barracks
that,
as well.
I say that, but with very good micro tanks can take him on.
Speed's nearly finished here. He decided to pick up that barracks and use it to scout instead of holding that wall up, but...
Well, he's done something of a wall, so, you know, with well-positioned units, it will still help him a lot, compared to a full wall off. It's still very useful. Okay, so Samsonite knows what's up, so he moves those tanks back immediately. He's like, oh crap, here he comes. He's laying down mines, but they aren't going to do anything about Vultures, buddy. Oh dear. Okay, so, thing is, Navane does not have mines yet, though, so he can't really take on these tanks. Vultures are not going to trade well against tanks. If you have mines, you lay mines next to them, you can beat them up pretty easily, but since he doesn't, he has to pull back for now. But I'm still worried for Samsonites when mines are done. Navane needs to send all his reinforcements, though. He's got a couple of Vultures sitting at home. Mine's just started, actually, so... Yeah. I think this is the critical mistake for Navane. I was saying, like, he didn't get his machine shop until very late, and so he can't really put on the pressure he needs to put on. But that's not to say he's behind by any means. Their economies are equal. They're both on 2 bases. Upgrades going for both of them and all that. It's just that Navane is invested in this army that's not going to be good going into the mid and late game so much. And he is not able to put any pressure with it. It still can put a lot of threat onto his opponent and threaten run-bys and mine the whole map, so it's still very good. But when you go through Prefact Culture, you really want to make something happen.
So when do you normally get siege mode? Does he already have siege mode, or is he just not sieging them up currently? Or?
I don't think either of them have siege mode. Samsonites might have, but I don't think he did. Thing is, against Vultures, it's almost useless. It's very rare you actually want to siege against Vultures, because if they lay mines next to you, you need to run back.
Right.
So yeah, usually you get mines and speed first. It sort of depends how the game goes. If you're playing Rax FE, you usually actually have to get it first, because if your opponent tries to come and like knock down your Wolves siege mode, you'll be in trouble. But if you're both opening gas to expand, usually you don't have to get it for a while. And I don't think either of them have it, but I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't think either of them have it either. By the way,
nice
+1.
fast science facility. Yeah, for Samsonites, he's got +2 start. Oh no, he's starting with armor. What's he doing? Okay. Oh, Samsonite's moving out. He can take out all these vultures. That's a lot of tanks.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Wow.
he does have siege mode, and you know what? That's a good use of siege mode. Just using one siege tank to engage is actually a really good use of it. I don't approve of sieging up all of these. I mean, Navane probably can't engage here, but just in case there's more vultures and they get in and lay mines around all this, it's really bad for you.
My God, that's a lot of mines.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, you need a lot because
those mines are actually just splitting the map in half.
Well, yeah. Tanks aren't bad at picking off mines because they can shoot like almost instantly when the mine pops up, but it takes 2 tank shots and they will overkill, so you got to be careful. What was I saying? I was saying something, yeah, about upgrades. Samsonite's going for armor and +2. +2 is like critically important. It's probably more important than any upgrade in any other matchup. But the armor, I think, is pretty much useless. It's not like it makes absolutely no difference, but compared to the amount of gas you're spending, I think it's a waste. Oh my god, what is going on? Look at Samsonite's base. Look at that one particular building he has. Do you see what I mean?
No.
The physics lab. He has a physics lab.
Oh, okay.
So he's going battle cruiser.
Is that what that means? Really?
Well, that's all it does. It doesn't do anything else.
Really?
That's all it does.
Wow, I had no idea. That's...
I really want to see him secure a third base before this. Navane's trying to secure one down here. There's a mine in his way though. Looks like he'll scan and pick that up pretty quickly. So Navane not doing the traditional thing and using tanks for map control. He's just going to lay so many mines. Mines are pretty good.
Yeah, that is a lot of mines.
Yeah. Siege mode just about finishing up for Navane at this point. So yeah, you can see you don't have to get it for quite a while if you're making only vultures. And you can see that he didn't really need it until this point either, so yeah.
So he's moving out here while tech switching.
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah, look, he's actually making Wraiths for now. Maybe that physics lab was a mistake. And you can definitely like surprise your opponent. You shot with like 12 Wraiths and kill all their tanks. But he needs more economy, I think, for this. And there's no reason he couldn't secure a third base, because his army's good enough, he can secure his half of the map easily, get up all those CCs, and you know, Navane's finishing his third at the double gas, so I like Navane's position. The only problem is, will his Wraith surprise him and kill everything he has? He's getting cloak for them as well.
Yeah, he's starting up
Goliaths.
Goliaths.
He's revealed it. He's revealed the Wraith by attacking that barracks, so Navane knows what's up now.
Yeah, and he's started Goliath production as well.
Yeah. You know, I'd really like to see Navane bring the vultures to like the top right and the middle left and mine all those up. And in fact, we can see CC going down for Samsonites over at that middle only. But yeah, you really got to mine up all the potential expansion locations, especially when you've got so much map control vultures like you did in the early game. Oh, look at this. Samsonite's sneaking down to this bottom left location. Ooh, but Navane decided he can bust that tank line, and he's absolutely right. That's only 3 tanks.
Wow.
They can't really do anything.
Just kind of destroys this.
Yeah, for sure. And when you're engaging the tanks like this, when you're sort of perpendicular to them, they don't do very much. The tanks really have to be in a line against you. But how valuable is this ground, right? He can't push across the bridge. There's no bases in the top half of the map. Oh, you know what? Samsonite's just started them. If you can mine up and deny this high ground for his opponent, it'd be good. I really think Samsonites could do so much damage though with those vultures in the bottom left. If you push them in, he could take out so many SCVs. But yeah, you know what? This high ground's very instrumental for Navane. He's got a dropship going to the main, but it's going to go right past where the Wraiths are being produced. Well, one Wraith is going to see it. But he does get the tanks down, but that Wraith will finish him off. The vulture's going in the bottom left!
Oh, that SimCity's pretty good though.
Yeah, it is. But look in the bottom left, how many SCVs just died. Oh,
yeah, it was a good pull though.
Brutal. Yeah, for sure. But still, I mean, you can only do so much against vultures. They're so fast and they kill SCVs so quickly. And Navane trying to push down this location, but that's not going to work out. I don't think he can break that spot. And the Wraiths could push him off here easily, and it looks like they're going to. Because he didn't bring any Goliaths with this force.
Goliaths, by the way, a great unit. I do not know how to beat them as Zerg.
Yeah, once you get a certain amount, it's pretty much possible. Navane really needs to like put this CC in the right position though. It's a few grids off. I mean, it's kind of obvious just to look at it. Wow.
Yeah.
Those two tanks is a real pain.
Yeah, he might just be a little bit flustered right now.
Yeah, possibly. Well, you know what? This is a really low econ game because neither of them secured their third really when they could have. Navane's getting his sort of up and running right now, except for CC. Samsonites has 4 command centers, but he's only mining with 2 of them, so I don't know.
Transferring over, by the way. God, he's transferring a lot of workers.
Oh yeah, he wants to mine.
My God.
This is the problem. They've been staying on 2 base for so long. They haven't had that many workers to mine. Patches to mine. I think the physics lab must have been a mistake, or maybe it's like super late game. He's planning to use it. Another thing about Samsonite's upgrades, he's getting +2 armor, and I already said I don't like that, but he really needs to get +3 attack as well. +3 attack is very good.
Yeah, when things are
Double
dealing
armor.
that much damage, the armor is just not that huge of a
It's
deal.
almost useless. I'm thinking like, you know, Goliath versus Vulture or something like that, it would make a difference, but the Vultures already kind of just destroy the... the Goliaths already sort of destroy the Vultures, so it doesn't matter. Oh, Navane's getting armor too. I don't know, maybe I've got this wrong, and like TVT Expo is going to tell me, no, armor's really good for this particular scenario, but I think it's just a waste of gas. Someone in chat saying you can zoom out, by the way, if you want to try it.
Oh yeah, I know I can zoom out.
Alright, well, they want you to zoom more. These tanks on high ground can trade pretty well, but I think Navane can break through here.
Yeah, it's kind of free, and kind of telegraphs the fact that he does have a base over there, and
yeah, well,
be easy
Samsonite knows already though, because the Vulture thrusted. Oh, you mean it telegraphs Samsonite's base? You mean?
Right.
Oh, right. Okay.
He didn't know. Yellow didn't know.
There's only 2 Goliaths here. Does he have Goliath range? He does not. These tanks could take out these Goliaths. He's not focus firing them though. But still with Cloak, even without Cloak, there's only 2 Goliaths, man. I think these Wraiths can take him out. He's choosing to focus the tanks instead though, and that's pretty smart, because once all the tanks are gone, the Goliaths can't really do anything. Oh, Vulture's coming in though. Oh, that tank is going to get taken out. More Vultures coming up though. I think he's going to be able to hold on to this base. He really needs to just lay like a crap ton of mines here to push this back. He's losing a lot of Wraiths, which are quite expensive as well. Unfortunately, those Goliaths focused the Vultures when that scan went down. They did not attack the Wraiths.
Yeah, this is kind of... It's looking good for Samsonites for sure.
Navane setting up that mineral only as well. And he's starting to make more SCVs at the bottom left. So his economy's doing okay too. But I don't like how he's positioned himself. He's just sort of clumped in the middle of the map. He hasn't secured any of these side avenues. And yeah, these Wraiths keep picking him off because he's not keeping enough Goliaths with his army.
Yeah, that is a lot of Wraiths.
All these tanks going down for free. That's so harsh. And that Marine can't do anything. He's gonna die. Well,
maybe not.
The Wraiths don't attack him. No, he's dead.
There he is.
There he goes. But look at Samsonite's position. He's projected all the way down to like the bottom of this ramp, and that position is really threatening the bottom left quite a lot. He's got mines for vision on the right side of the map, so you can see if Navane tries to switch it up. And sure, Navane is pushed all the way up to this bridge, but that's not a useful position because you cannot push across that bridge. And presumably Samsonites can stop him pushing onto the top, middle, high ground with mines and vultures and whatever.
Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna see this map split in half. Hopefully you can...
You know what? I have redemption for the armor. When you're playing against like a mass Wraith player, armor on your Goliaths is important. But I wouldn't really say this qualifies as a mass Wraith. This is just like supporting Wraiths. So I still don't approve.
Right. Constant Wraith production still. He's just...
Yeah?
He's supply blocked a little bit there. He's close to being maxed though.
Yeah, he is. A pretty good macro out of Samsonites. He's got his bases going. But Navane is going to be picking up soon too, so I don't think this supply gap will linger that much longer unless we see some more fights. Science vessel out for Samsonites. Interesting choice. Oh, here we go. He's engaged. This is terrible for Navane trying to attack into that high ground. Those tanks with +2 are going to decimate everything down there. Oh man.
Oh,
But
high
hey,
ground
look how much he
advantage
has.
is so good.
Oh yeah, the Wraiths and Vultures sweeping in here will finish this off. Unfortunate for Navane, but he's setting another wave.
There's some
This
reinforcements.
is like World War I right now. Samsonites up on the high ground in the trenches. Navane sitting in the back of his armchair. Send another wave. Oh my god. Well, it takes out almost all the tanks, but he sacrificed a lot of his own units to do so.
Yeah, and he's got reinforcing tanks here. I mean, that is a lot of tanks too.
thing is, now there's no Goliaths left. If Samsonites swooped in with these Wraiths, he could have picked off those other 4 tanks, but Goliaths will arrive. Still, that's so many Wraiths. Looks like Samsonite's setting up on this right side as well. He's going to be dominating the whole map soon, because these tanks on the right side actually secure this 3 o'clock base as well. So, Navane running out of space, and this is what I mean. I don't like his position clumped in the center. He really has to pay attention to these side avenues. And as I'm sure you know, TVT is all about positioning. Okay, so he's actually going to give up this center location now. Not even going to leave a single tank.
Yeah, it's interesting. And honestly, on the minimap there, those mines look like such a massive army. I keep clicking on that, thinking there's stuff there.
I know.
He's gonna hit this bottom left base here, and not anything sieged.
Well, he could have got more SCVs if he moved down into the actual SCV field. Oh, the Wraith's coming though. He's actually going to go for this base. If these tanks get sieged, he lays a few mines to get the Goliaths back. This could definitely work. Oh, but Navane's tank's coming up quite close. Nice scan. Still no Goliath range, which is a huge deal. It's way easier for the Wraiths to micro back without Goliath having range. So I think Navane will hold on to this, but how many SCVs did he lose?
Yeah, he's definitely hurting in terms of economy for sure.
He did pick off a few Wraiths there, though, so that wasn't bad. But look, this is quite a good army. If he... Well, Samsonites is a very good defensive setup on this side, though. I don't think Navane can push up here, and looks like he's going to try anyway. No, this is suicide.
Yeah, this is
it's like World War I,
really
right?
hard.
He's just running into the machine guns right now.
No!
Everything's exploding.
I think that is a nail in the coffin, man. That is.
Yeah, I would agree. But in TVT, it takes a while for people to leave, really, because, you know, it's not like it can be pushed in that easily. Well, I say that, but look how many vultures are coming up. Oh my god. Oh, look at these mines in the middle of the map. Finally, they get to be used. Or not. Oh, there we go.
They actually do get some good hits.
I think Navane's going to clean this up, though. Oh, actually... Oh, it's so close. These 2 tanks could siege up. Yeah, Navane... Not with much economy, he might be holding on, but Samsonites basically has the map at this point. Navane somehow got tanks sieged up to start to deny this 9 o'clock, but like the CC is already there actually. So Navane would have to bring more units to sort of deny that.
Yeah, Goliath anti-air is so good, by the way. These Wraiths can't even mess around.
If he had range, it would be so much more difficult to use these Wraiths, because like if they engage, they can't run away fast enough. The Goliaths will always get enough shots off to kill a couple. But without range, it's sort of almost like Mutaverse Marine. You can kind of range the Goliaths a bit more, stay away from them and pick stuff off. Man, he's actually got pretty heavy upgrades for these Wraiths. Well, okay, no, that's not right. It's actually just +1, but still. I count that as a heavy commitment to Wraiths, because you don't really see that very often.
Yeah, I mean, he's had constant Wraith protection this entire time.
The main pushing this center middle, again, this is a location that I don't think is very important. It's very well defended. Well, not very well defended, but well defended enough.
Yeah, I don't think he can do anything here.
Wraith scooting over, going to clean up the survivors. Damn. There goes that army. And there's the GG. He realized he got nothing left. Damn.
That was very clean on Samsonite's part.
Yeah, it was, except for the physics lab. That's still looking at that going like, come on, man. Who do you think you are?
How do you, how do Goliaths do against battlecruisers, by the way?
Pretty good. I mean, battlecruisers can take them on, because the thing is, the battlecruisers can stack, and once they're on top of each other, it's kind of insane how much DPS they put out. But you can definitely fight battlecruisers with them. And I would say money-wise, Goliaths are more efficient, but like I said, when you get the battlecruisers stacked up, they can take them on. The thing with battlecruisers, what you really want to do is have your tank lines and just keep your battlecruisers over tanks of your own, and just Yamato siege tanks slowly.
Alright, let's get into game 2 here. It's on Fighting Spirit, by the way. How do you feel about TVT on Fighting Spirit? It seems like a very defensive map. Pretty easy to just hold 3 bases on.
Somewhat. The thing is, I think a lot of the time on this map, one player ends up containing the other. Because it's very easy to contain over that bridge, and also like the third base. The ramp is so narrow you only have to put like a couple tanks there, and your opponent's never going to try and go down there. So yeah, I think it's very easy to contain your opponent on 3 bases on this map, and you can turret the whole thing pretty much, and they can't really get out. But the early game doesn't always go away that lets you set that up, of course. Anything can happen.
Right, totally. By the way, I've had so much fun. You're doing like a fantastic job. I just wanna
Oh, thanks, man.
throw that out there.
Yeah, man, I've been enjoying casting a lot, because I've never done it before, this CPL, but I thought, you know what, let's give it a try. It seems like fun.
Definitely.
And it is good fun. Seeing all these crazy plays. I can't believe that E-Tac game. Oh my god.
I
That made my
know.
day.
Dude, I know. That needs to be a highlight, dude, honestly. That was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I better not say anything. But highlights, yes. They're needed. Anyway, I should introduce the players. In the top right, we have the brown Terran, Samsonites. Up 1 game. Bottom left, we have Navane, the blue Terran. But I feel like last time, Navane executed his opening well. Well, except for the whole machine shop thing. But still, on the whole, the macro was good. He got a lot of vultures quickly. But I think I said this about an earlier game today. It felt like he didn't know how to utilize what he'd done. And he wasn't taking the positions he needed. He knew how to take a position. He had some alright attacks. Busted some tank lines. But he wasn't taking key positions. He just took that weird, like, center middle position. Where basically he's getting surrounded on all sides. And his opponent is securing all the important places on the map. It might suit him better on Fighting Spirit. Because, I mean, you really can just sort of, like, draw a line down the middle, and that's a fine position to have on this map. But it's a bit less obvious on Polaris Rhapsody, because you could say Samsonites had sort of a U shape around the top of the map, or like an upside down U, and Navane was sort of pushed into the center, and it looks like Navane has like taken a good position, but it's really opposite, because all the bases are around the side.
Right. Yeah, his economy just Samsonite's economy just got out of control there. He was up to like 5 bases.
Yeah.
It was pretty insane.
Yeah. Setting up that very good defensive lines of those tanks as well. Like a couple of times, Navane was just running in and getting slaughtered.
Yeah, I didn't know this until by the way, great series. If you guys haven't checked it out, if you want to learn more about StarCraft, Day 9 has a Let's Learn StarCraft series where he just kind of goes through each race and each matchup and whatnot. And he was talking about how you literally make siege lines, like literal lines with tanks. And he seemed to execute that pretty well.
Well, like we saw in the early game when Navane pushed forward, when the tanks are like, well, in the opposite kind of line, right? If you face 1 tank, then 1 tank, and 1 tank, they really aren't very good. But if it's parallel lines of tanks, it's so hard to push forward, because the first person who takes a step just gets hit by like 5 shells and then explode. So it looks like pretty similar openings. We'll see if we end up with a 3-fac Vulture again, or a more conservative sort of play. He got the map control he needed, but again, I'm going to say it, he didn't lay the mines in the places he needed. He needed to like put 5 mines in every base just to make it so annoying for his opponent, and threaten to like run in the back, because Samsonites moved out sort of into the middle of the map, and I think Navane could have come in and done a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a good point. You did point that out during the match, that he could have ran up and put mines on the siege tanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thing is, with 3-fac Vulture, I feel like you have to be aggressive, because you're sort of gimping yourself a bit. Looks like it's just going to be 1-fac expand, no 2-fac shenanigans. 2-factory in this matchup can be really scary, actually, but on cross positions, yeah, it would not be that great.
Looks like he's going for a machine shop before a vulture.
Yeah, see, I don't like this, because if Navane sent his Vulture immediately, that Marine is, like, literally worthless against that Vulture. It cannot do anything. And then your CC is delayed, and maybe you can even get into the main, kill some more SCVs before the tank's done. But Navane being too timid, and he's not going to be able to get that done, unfortunately. It's a shame, because that would have been a nice little lead going forward. So he's getting that tank first.
2 vultures, and he went for a machine shop after those 2.
Okay,
adding
so
on a
more
second
normal opening this time. Not getting the 3rd fac immediately.
So does this normally end up just being a very defensive 3-base game, essentially? At least for the start?
It's sort of like you're both making vultures, and like the first one to stop is sort of like at a disadvantage, if you like. It sort of depends. If they both play a sort of like gentleman's game and get siege mode immediately and tanks, then they can sort of set that up pretty quickly, yeah. But Samsonite is going for mines, and I expect he's going to pump more vultures, and that's what he's doing. And if you're the other player and you get siege and tanks, you can get contained so hard because your opponent can put a lot of mines down, take his third, and then what do you do, right? It's so hard to move out once that happens.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for vulture speed.
Yeah,
Navane.
speed first. Speed first can be pretty good because it helps you win the vulture versus vulture fight, but obviously against the tanks it's useless.
Right. Do you
So
know
I
how
don't
many
know.
tanks it takes? I mean, how many vultures it takes to kill a tank without mines?
I think if you have 5 vultures you can kill it, but you'll lose most of the vultures doing it.
That is insane, man. Tanks are so good then.
I'm
Wow.
not sure about those numbers, but like I'm sure that's pretty close.
Right. Well, he's got his second tank out now and doesn't seem to be moving across the map just yet, but I think it will
He's
be.
sending one, which I think is a terrible decision, because he could just get picked off. I mean, I guess he doesn't know what exactly Navane has, but still, yeah. Thing is, also the problem with this, if you're the player who's made more vultures, you can sneak in and backstab when your opponent does this, and if you have mines on the map, his tanks can't do anything to you, but Navane's sitting back defensively. I think he did this last game, and he's gone 3-fac again, so it's falling into the same pattern, where he has this vulture force, but he's not doing what he needs to with it, because you really need to take map control.
Yeah,
That's
his
the thing
vultures
about
have
the tanks, they're
mines now as
slow.
well.
Ah, well. It does not take 5 vultures with mines to kill a tank. You only need like 1 if the guy's not paying attention. Well, he's just gonna like chip this down. Second tank arrives. Well, I guess we get to test out that theory. Yeah, it looks like 5 vultures do it easily. Maybe 4 would be able to do it too.
Yeah, that's actually really unfortunate. He's gonna have to play pretty defensively now, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got this wall set up, so he's not going to die. Navane has the same opportunity he had last game, even better probably because he picked off those 2 tanks. He can just mine up everything, and this is what I was saying about this contain on this map. In this position, what you can do is you put a ton of mines across the bridge, a few mines at the third, and then you try and just hold them off with mines until you can set up siege mode tanks watching this bridge. Once you do that, it's so inefficient for your opponent to break out. There's basically no way they can do it. And then you can just take them out.
Yeah, it looks like just vultures on Navane's part. Just
Yeah.
pumping out vultures, getting mines. Looks like you're probably right here.
Well, I don't know if that's what he's going to go for. We'll see. But yeah, he knows he's killed 2 tanks and he has complete map control. Once he lays mines, he's safe from any tanks coming across. I'd really like to see him expand in this situation. He has all the intel he needs as well, because he has his barracks in his opponent's base, so he knows there's no like sneaky 2 port Wraith play or anything like that. Oh, he's going to go in for the engage here, and these mines could be absolutely huge. Oh, I think they're going to go off.
Ooh.
Damn, look at that. Taking SCVs too. Oh, and that tank. Oh, it doesn't go down, but it's so low. He's going to lose all these vultures, but doing a lot of damage there. And honestly, this just reinforces map control. If he keeps pumping vultures at home, which unfortunately he's neglected to do.
Oh, he's gonna lose
Oh,
this
look at those 2
tank.
mines! That was such sick mine placement. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, that tank was so close. That was sick mine placement. I'm amazed. So he's just deleting the tank count over and over again. Well, this is not a good engage. Those are gonna die.
Yeah, but you know, 75 minerals, man.
Yeah, good point.
He's got his third
Well,
base coming up too.
He has finally started that. This is the moment he's switching into tanks, though. And he did not lay enough mines on the map, I don't think. Like, these mines in front of the natural, with 4 vultures, I feel like the tank can push through that with careful micro. And also, he has nothing at the third, so I would say Samsonites has got a good advantage army-wise, but map control, I don't think he can hold on to it. If Samsonites pushes out, I think he can just go straight to Navane's natural, because only the first 2 tanks coming out right now, and siege mode is a ways off.
He's adding on 2 more factories, and he got his +1's nearly finished on Navane's
He's
side.
actually adding 3 factories. Wait, who are you talking about? Navane or
Navane.
Samsonites?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he's
know what?
adding
He is
3.
3. He's adding 3. Wow. So what does that mean generally? More vultures?
Well, I mean, in this matchup, you only make units from the factory, really. So you just have to add more as the game goes on. He's securing his third base, so this isn't like an aggressive number of factories at this point. It's just getting prepared for having a bigger economy and being able to get more.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here's the thing. Sure, there's mines here, but this force can deal with it, no problem. Oh, I hope. Whoa!
Oh
gosh,
my
okay.
god.
Yeah, see? So now he's through the minefield, and there's nothing between him and his opponent's natural. These tanks are out on the map, but siege mode is not done yet. Laying a couple of mines here. Okay, there is siege mode, my bad. I thought it wasn't finished. Okay, so Navane getting out on the map. He's not going to be contained like I was talking about. So actually, yeah, decent position for both of them, I guess. But Navane does have this third base. And no CC started. Oh, okay. No, that's a start port. I thought I was saying that as he started. Oh wow, I am so wrong. The CC's finished.
Yeah, the CC is finished. It's there at the bottom of his main.
Okay, so pretty even position actually, but Navane traded a lot of vultures earlier, so I don't know. Oh, this vulture's gonna come in. That's really annoying. Oh, that could be so bad.
He's not responding to it yet.
No. 2 SCVs. Oh
there
God.
he goes, responding to it now.
Yeah, that SCV's gonna be a hero. Well, that's a pain.
Yeah, that was a nice little move.
Yeah, but his SCV count on that base is already so low. That is painful. Samsonite's gonna transfer a few.
Yeah, Samsonite, by the way, is doing exactly what you said that Navane should have done, which is adding a bunch of vultures and spider mines to just the extra bases around the map.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can see he has good vision from this. Not only do you see bases, but also if a dropship come past, there's a decent chance you'll see it with those as well. So that's really good. Glad you pointed that out because that's really good play.
Third base is up for Samsonites now. It seems like it's gonna end up being a pretty even game.
Well,
except for the upgrades.
The vultures are coming in. The vultures are coming in. Oh no, they were so close. They almost realized their dreams and they just turned right. Oh no, here they go. Oh, he almost got the wall up. Damn, that's gonna be painful for Samsonites. So eye for an eye. You see these dying on both sides.
Responding pretty quickly. They both have +1.
Totally worth it for those 4 SCVs though. Or was it 5?
I think it was 4.
Hey, Samsonite's getting Goliath range this game. Oh well, it was Navane who didn't get it last game, so...
Right.
I like that he's switching it up and not going with this Wraith play again. He's just going to play ground game this time, probably with dropships. I mean, Navane's already starting with dropships, so... I like that a lot from Samsonites. He's not just doing the same thing. We saw... what was his name? I've forgotten Tech's opponent's name already. Something Byung, Senbyung, I can't remember. He did the same thing all 3 times, and Impact adapted.
Right.
Okay, so Navane has good defensive line set up here, but I feel like he's making a mistake of just setting up where he is when he could push forward further, and every inch counts. Like, if you look in the bottom right of the map, he could push forward and secure his tanks in such a spot that he controls the bottom right corner of the map. And that would be huge.
Right,
Same thing in the top, actually, yeah, because Samsonites is sitting too far back, and I feel like Navane, and just TVT plays in general, you need to push forward until you meet resistance and set up your defense there, because you want to take as much of the map as you can. Once the tank lines are set up and you have +2, it's very hard to break through.
I think that's a really good tip. Just keep on moving until you meet resistance.
Yeah, and if it's early game and, like, you're worried that if you cop 1 tank shot, you'll be dead, like, just send an SCV first. Once you see, like, the siege tanks hit your SCV, then you stop and just siege there. But yeah, like, we can see that Navane could take a huge advantage here if he does that. In fact, he's unsieging, so I think maybe he will move out now. He has a good tank count, so he definitely has enough to secure a lot of areas on the map. I feel like Samsonite's macro's been slipping quite a bit. Okay, he's going to try and engage here, which I think is a mistake against these siege tanks. Only losing vultures so far, which isn't the biggest deal, but still painful. Oh, but here he comes. He's doing the World War I charge again. Okay, no, here we go. He's sieging up this time. Okay, this is good. This is exactly what I was talking about, because now he's pushed across. And Samsonite's in a really bad position right now, because he cannot leave this area. The bottom right is still open. I really want to see Navane put a few tanks over there, but once he does that, I think he has this map on lock. Taking out that 1 tank at the edge, very nice.
Yeah, Samsonite just might not have enough tanks here.
Well, he has 3 starports, and he's actually making battle cruisers this time. He's getting battle cruiser energy. So if he's not making battle cruisers, I'm going to be pretty mad.
He's got 4 starports.
Yeah, man. They are slow as hell. They take so long to build.
Battle cruiser energy, my god.
Navane really needs to lock down the bottom right here, just for like 3 or 4 tanks. Just to make sure nothing can come through there. And then you just need to start expanding like crazy. Because the thing is, you can't really finish off your opponent in TVT, so you just need to mind the map while you have them contained.
Oh, he's gonna lose a tank here. Oh, ouch. God, that is painful, man.
Yeah, it's so hard because you go 1 inch too far, or that tank's gonna die too, I think. Oh wow, doesn't shoot back. I guess he didn't have vision. Nice scan from Samsonite picking it off. A few more tanks coming out of the natural for Navane. He has this dropship, but he hasn't really used it. To be fair, Samsonite's is reasonably well defended, but he could kind of get into the main via the natural. Got 2 dropships hanging around. Okay, so here's the force in the bottom right I was talking about. Is he going to stop at that tank, or is he going to try and push in? I don't know about this. He will take that tank. There's just another one behind it. Okay, he's going to siege there. So that's a pretty good position. So yeah, like I was saying, the ramp at the 3rd is so narrow. Samsonites, and he's walled it off too, mind you, cannot like push out of this location. So all Navane really has to worry about is him coming across the bridge and going that way. So complete lock on the map by Navane, but will the battle cruisers be able to break it? And this contain doesn't really do anything if you're not taking bases either.
Yeah, and you know the battle cruiser switch has already started. He's not using the rest of his starports for some reason, but there we go.
I think he was supply blocked. He was supply blocked because they take a lot of supply.
Yeah. First one's gonna come out. So, when you're switching to battle cruisers here, how quickly, like, do you want to hide them until you get a few of them? Do you want to just toss them out right away?
I think you want to reveal them as soon as you have a single Yamato and start using it to pick stuff off. Because like I was saying, what you want to do is sit on your tanks and pick off stuff with Yamato. And that being secret doesn't really make a difference. Because in theory, they can't actually fight back. Because Goliaths are kept back by the tanks you have. But your opponent can be really sneaky about it and get like a bunch of Wraiths or something to pick them off, which is not that common actually. So I guess you want to keep it secret until you have your first Yamato, and then you just start using them.
Gotcha.
I mean, in this case, Navane has 0 Goliaths actually, so maybe he should just go start pewing at things. I don't know. That's just not normally that good, because a few Goliaths can really deny a small amount of battle cruisers.
Yeah, well, he's got 3 more coming out just in a sec. I feel like 4 battle cruisers is gonna be.
Well, that can definitely like sweep
mess.
this whole line Navane has, but it'll take time. And Navane does have 4 Goliaths out now. I really hope he has Goliath range this game. Finally a 4th base going down from Navane. I feel like he really needed that flavor. A 5th base too, which is very good. I think he's realized, like, yeah, he has the map, nothing around to him, he needs to just mine it, which is good. So, Samsonites has a window here where he needs to shut him down before he gets too out of control.
Yeah, if he gets too many Goliaths, yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough. I believe Goliaths can just kite battle cruisers.
Yes, they can, they're normal attack. Thing is, battle cruisers aren't too slow. Like, they seem slow, but they can sort of catch up and, like, attack the Goliaths, though. Thing is, a lot of the time, you'll be, like, defending a location that the battle cruisers want to attack, or vice versa, so kiting usually doesn't come into it, except in, like, endgame scenarios where it's like, okay, I have my battle cruisers, here's the Goliaths, I kill those Goliaths, I win. Like, for example, these tank lines, right? The Goliaths want to defend the tanks, and the battle cruisers want to attack. Oh my god, Navane,
He's unsieging.
He's unsieging. Is he going to go in?
Is he going to push
here?
here?
If he goes in.
Oh.
That would be a huge mistake, I think. He's loading up his dropships. I think it was to try and drop on top of the tanks. That could work. But oh man, these battle cruisers are going to clean up anything that's left over.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to show the battle cruisers at the worst possible time, dude. Navane was so close to killing himself. What? He's still going, dude. He's still going. Oh my god. Actually.
Oh, that dropship gets focused. Nice focus fire by Samsonites. He's not even dropping out of them. Wow, he has so many tanks though. He's actually going to break through. Oh my god.
That is
huge tank count. And there's Goliaths here, but they have no range. And there's enough battle cruisers to pick them off. So he drops in the main. Quite a good drop in the main, but I feel like these battle cruisers are going to clean this up. No problem.
Yeah.
Oh, so many tanks though.
Is it worth losing this amount of tanks?
Well, it depends how much damage they do, I guess. I mean, if he loses all these, it's really, really bad, but how quickly can the battle cruisers stop them? Look at them go.
Yeah. This might be the nail in the coffin for
Samsonites here. Flying past there. Oh, no, yeah, so presumably Navane has time to remax on Goliaths, and he can just come in with the second wave once all his tanks are gone. Because Samsonite's not remaking tanks very quickly. He has 3 machine shops, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be enough. Finally, all these tanks getting cleaned up. Still, Goliath range is not finished, but at least he started researching it. Did he get Yamato in the end, I wonder?
I haven't seen a Yamato yet, so
no.
Maybe not.
It does take a lot of energy, but he has the energy now. We'll see.
Does it take 150?
Well, yes.
Wow, that is insane.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty good. You know it works under Dark Swarm?
Yamato?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like a spell, like Psystorm.
Yeah. So does he push
Here
out
he
here?
comes. Oh, well, I think what he needs to do is siege up and like hold back to the Goliaths and just slowly Yamato everything at range. But he will
Right.
win this engage. Um, ooh,
Oof.
ouch.
That
Yeah, okay,
hurt.
that was a pretty good engage for Samsonites, taking out a lot of those Goliaths. Another wave is coming out. You know what? Navane is really not mining his full space, and that's a huge deal because look, he's actually out of money. He's finally transferring SCVs now, but when he had that map control, he should have set up a way stronger economy than this. And now these battle cruisers, I think, are just going to snowball all the way downhill to Navane's base.
Yeah. I think with the army underneath it, I don't
Well,
know.
this is a lot more
This is a
Goliaths, but yeah,
lot
with
of
these four
Goliaths.
tanks.
That is a
Yeah, this
lot
is
of
the problem. The
Goliaths.
tanks can take them out though. The battle cruisers can shoot any enemy tanks at long range, and yeah, Goliath's just not cost efficient against tanks. Look at this. He's gonna take him out though, but still, the mass repair. He thinks he's playing StarCraft 2 now. Oh, I think it's a mistake to retreat there. He could fight this. He needs to stop moving his battle cruisers back and forth. This is a big mistake. Oh, he loses one. That's pretty
Yeah.
huge. 2 more pop out though. No, 3 more pop out. Holy crap. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, the production is pretty crazy here, but I just think he might have too many Goliaths at this point.
Yeah, Navane has finally set up mining at his 4th and 5th, so I think he can, as long as he just keeps streaming them out at a decent rate, he's probably going to be okay. Could have taken that engagement, and moving back and forth is just making him take more and more damage.
Yeah.
So he needs to either commit or not, basically. Okay, nice job cutting him into the tanks there. But yeah, he needs to be just like leapfrogging tanks. Because I don't think Navane has any tanks around. I can see 1, 2. I think Navane only has 2 tanks on the map.
I just want to point out that this is probably extremely difficult to pull off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Leapfrogging and using battle cruisers and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. Has he used any Yamatos? Because some of these are full energy. I guess he probably didn't get it. Why did he get battle cruiser energy there? No. Ooh,
Yeah,
this
maybe
is gonna
he
be a bad engage for the Samsonites. These Goliaths can take out all these battle cruisers. This is really risky.
Yeah.
Okay, he pulls back, but the Goliaths are faster. They're going to take him out. I think this is going to be really bad. Okay, GG's there. I guess he feels like he's too contained. He can't really move out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably fair because Navane has a couple more bases up on him, and as long as Navane keeps pumping these Goliaths and they keep fighting the way they are, eventually Samsonite's going to be starved out.
For sure. I think that it was probably GG from that point. The amount of Goliaths he had and his tank production just wasn't even all that high. And but let's
Navane bringing it back.
That was an interesting match. So it's 1-1 so far. Samsonites is a pretty good player. I've seen other matches of his, and
yeah, shame we went down on that. I mean, it's that's the thing about battle cruisers. They're very gimmicky. Probably been better off going for like a mass dropship style. You can definitely break the tank lines with a big drop. Difficult to execute though.
Third map is Circuit Breaker.
Wow, they chose all the normal maps. You know, I'm surprised Navane chose Fighting Spirit when he's going to go for that aggressive vulture play. I would have thought like the weirder the map, the better for that.
I haven't thought anything.
Right. In the bottom right, we have Navane, the blue Terran, and top right, it was Samsonites, the teal Terran. 1-1. This is the match. When? Well, no, who will win? Not when will win. Maybe Navane goes for 3-5 Vulture again. What do you think? He's done it twice in a row.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's just his style. He doesn't seem to play it right, at least based on your reaction to it.
Yeah, because I feel like when you have so many vultures, you have no reason to be at your natural. You should be at his natural, like stopping him from moving out and anything.
Right. Those mines will delay a lot.
Yeah, and look at it this way: the longer the game goes, the less value vultures have. So you got to get out there as soon as you got them. Okay. So spawning vertically, the positions matter a lot in TVT because it sort of determines how you engage. If we get into like the stalemate sort of game like last game, it's really important who can secure the 3 o'clock here. probably whoever secures that will win, but it can end up neither player can secure it, and then you're just sort of like extending the lines until one of you secures one more base than the other. But we'll see. It's probably going to be a scrappier game than I'm imagining, based on the last 2 games we've seen.
Yeah, maybe some aggression coming out of here. I don't know.
Well, they're both going gas opening again. No Rex FEs this game. This match, I should say.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of scary or a little bit risky, would you think?
Well, I mean, in theory, it's like doing on Rex FE and PvT. In theory, you can hold everything. Nothing's unholdable. But yeah, it can be difficult. And like I said, you have to wall against vultures. Like, you don't have a choice, and you got to get siege mode first, because your enemy could come and try and siege your wall down. But, and then you got to like micro out of your way out of your mine contain and stuff like that. But other than all those factors, I think it's very good, because it just puts you in a good economic position. I say all this, but I don't do it in TVT either. So do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, just looking like mirror builds here.
Yep, both pulling off gas again. All 3 games really we've had this kind of opening. Samsonite's not electing for that Marine, and again, like I said last time, I don't really like that. I think you really, really have to make one. I understand why you don't want to make one, but I think it's a necessity. Alright, looks like Samsonite wants to throw this CC down pretty soon, but Navane's going to see it. Samsonite's scouting his opponent as well, though. They both just have so much intel on each other. Navane gets the CC down first by like 5 seconds, so good job to him. Once again, Navane going for Vulture first. Samsonite's... I don't know if he's going to go Machine Shop again. He's not doing anything with his factory right now, which is the problem.
Yeah, started that vulture now. 2 vultures coming out of Navane again. I'm pretty sure he did the same thing last round.
Yeah. So I expect we'll see the 3-5 vulture again. So yeah, this time, not that he did it last time, but he wouldn't be able to harass with his first vulture because Samsonite's went for a vulture immediately. Samsonite's actually going for that second factory. I'm not sure how quickly he did that last game. Did he get it this quickly? I feel like he didn't.
I don't think he did.
That scout from Navane being so sneaky is still just chilling there behind the CC.
Yeah, and you know the fact this is one pretty interesting thing, but the fact that he didn't build that 1 Marine, he's not going to be able to counter that barracks at all. You won't even have anything to shoot at it.
Alright, so 2 vultures coming up from Navane, but Samsonite's went for the safe 2 vultures as well, so this is going to get deflected.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Navane is actually moving out now and having a look-see, because last game he waited too long and lost the advantage he had. Samsonite's pulling way too many SCPs here actually, so Navane doing damage without really doing anything. I guess he can start mining with these though, so it's not so bad. Second factory a lot later for Navane, so maybe we're going to see something different. Oh, no, I'm wrong.
That's on 2. Just constant vulture production out of Samsonites as well.
Yeah, he's doing really well in his macro. There's something wrong with my screen because I can't see whose production tab is which, but I can guess. But yeah, Samsonite's gonna have a good vulture count, even with these 3 factories, so it can really delay Navane being able to move out. Of course, eventually Navane will pull ahead with 3 factory production, but Samsonites can keep it back for a long time. A lot of the advantage is lost, but Samsonites is not getting a machine shop yet. So if he just sticks with pure vulture, Navane will have more pure vulture and he will win. So I do want to see a machine shop out of Samsonite's fairly.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe after this set of vultures, he goes for a machine shop.
Yeah, probably.
He's only mining 1 on gas right now.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he can't spend it with any machine shops. I mean, maybe he wants to make more factories, or who knows. Nice armory timing going down to Navane. Although I just realized I didn't notice Samsonite's armory until now. No, wait, no, that's Navane's armory. Like I said, my production tabs are screwed up, so I can't tell which is which.
Well, I don't even have production tabs turned on, dude.
Samsonites, vultures are looping around, but I guess he doesn't know Navane's still in his base. But he has more vultures. Oh wait, 2 more popping out. So this could be a bad engage for Samsonites. Good focus fire though. That's going to make a lot of a difference. It's
Yeah.
looking good for Samsonites right now. Oh man, if he like wins this fight with a couple vultures left over, he can go to work on the SCVs. Navane fighting back and focus firing. Oh, Samsonites pulls back when he had the advantage.
Yeah, the
Shame.
SCVs were being pulled down, so maybe that was a smart move. I'm not sure. He's
I still think
still
it's a great
just
trade by Samsonites.
yeah, and he's still just producing vultures.
Yeah, that is the problem though. These 3 facts are going to overwhelm. Speed is done.
Yeah,
Again,
and
I
he's
really wanna
got
see Navane
mines on the
moving
way as
out.
well.
If you do 3-foot vulture, like Navane, if you're watching this, 3-foot vulture build is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, definitely keep doing it. But if you do it, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to take the map. If he's going to backstab you, sure, that's going to happen. But your vultures are at his base too, and you're going to have more of them. So, I think staying in the natural is a mistake here.
Yeah, I mean, with the advantage of speed and mines about to be finished, like he
Yeah,
could
absolutely.
definitely just push in and maybe in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
His window's
Like, how many
closing
vultures are
pretty
there?
quickly now, though.
There's only 7 vultures at Samsonite's base, though. Oh, you know what? I think Samsonites could hold out, but if he pushed a bit sooner, he wouldn't have had the vultures he needed. And the machine shot's finally up for Samsonites. Navane actually getting the early tanks. Again, if he's pushing with this, 2 tanks plus those vultures crushes Samsonite's vultures.
Yeah, he has mines and siege mode as well. So
Ooh.
as well as speed, I mean, Navane can definitely do something here.
Looks like Samsonite's taking up pretty hard on 2 bases. He's got his science facility before starting his 3rd command center even. Navane getting 6 scouting off, sending vultures to all corners of the map. He looks like he's going, okay, there's no bases. Let me just regroup, mine up around here. I would have liked him to put mines in all his locations, but I do appreciate the fact that he scouted. That was very nice. Ooh, this is a good engagement from Navane. If the tanks come up, which they're...
There we
Oh,
go.
I don't like siege mode here. Well, I guess siege mode chases them away, but if those vultures like dived in there, I feel like they could have laid mines and got a lot done.
He doesn't have mines though. His speed is
Oh, doesn't he?
just barely starting. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough then.
His
okay.
machine shop was very late, so
This is a nice arc of contained for Navane, but he needs to block off the other exit as well over at the middle only. Once you do that though, that's a great position.
yeah, a couple more tanks up here on the high grounds of that 3rd, and I feel like you gotta.
Yeah, for sure. That high ground is a really strong spot. The only downside is you can't build turrets on it, but a couple Goliaths solve that problem. I think when you do this though, you really got to be diligent about making sure there's no hidden bases. He checked most of the bases, but like I said, there's no mines there, so an SUV could have been going there right now, and the mineral onlys as well. You never know. I mean, mines are free. Why not put him down at all the bases? Just make him annoying for your opponent. We have a dropship out of Samsonites fairly early. I want to see if he's going to load this up and send it immediately. Could be devastating. A 4 vulture drop in the main, putting mines everywhere, picking off SCVs. Could do a lot of damage. Okay, Navane setting up these tanks in a nice spread out line here. You know what? Even if you don't put tanks on this other exit, you definitely need to put mines so you can see what's going on, see if they're leaving. And look, third see if Samsonite's going to come down almost exactly the same time as Navane's. They're going to land at the middle only. Oh, vultures moving up with tank support. This could be brutal for Samsonites. He could lose that CC if he's not careful and lifts it quickly, because I think Navane will take this position, no problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, watch out for that low ground tank though. It's getting a couple shots in. Well, but with high ground advantage, I think that low ground tank's actually going to take it out. Nice focus fire of those vultures though. Fortunately, that tank on the low ground is going to miss so many shots.
Yeah,
That's
and they
fine,
shoot
though.
so slowly.
Yeah. So yeah, here we go. Now Navane's got that iron contain on him. I mean, he needs a couple more tanks out the front, I think. But other than that, it's looking real good for Navane.
Yeah, Navane's decided to go all the way over to the gas third as well, so he's gonna be pretty ahead
That's
here. I
way
think.
better for him, and he's denied even the mineral only for Samsonite, so dominating position.
Yeah, I think he is pretty ahead right now.
I really like Samsonite to use these dropships he's made. I mean, I guess he doesn't have much army right now, but why make the dropships he's not going to use them? You know, he's going for a second starport again, so once again going for heavy starport play.
+1 is about to be finished for for Navane, and looks like he went with +1 armor again after
Oh my
+1
gosh,
attack.
why? Make them stop. He even got the science facility. Why do this? Oh my god. I know I should not be so critical, but really, like +2, 100% important. +1 armor, 0.1% important. So, he's got 3 dropships now. He's loading them up. 2 tanks, and looks like there's gonna be vultures in the rest. I don't know. He could definitely like decimate this 3rd base, but I don't think samsonites knows it's there. And the thing is, if he drops in the main or the natural, there's a few forces there, and more will just be popping out. So this smallish drop probably won't get too much done in that scenario. Okay, he does actually have 4 tanks, so maybe...
Yeah, 4 tanks and 4 vultures.
Well, there's 4 tanks just chilling there for Navane, though, so I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see if he goes straight into the main. I think that would be the right thing to do, because then he can put mines all over the place. He sieges on the high ground. Oh no, Navane's
he's about to move out.
Just the wrong time. He is going straight for the main.
He doesn't see it yet. Yeah, he doesn't see it yet. Oh man, they're gonna get a good position in here too. He's gonna siege up.
I think they're making a big goal.
They're gonna siege up right next to the production here. This is a really hard position to break.
So many SCVs going down as well. That was crazy. He really needs to pull these dropships back though before the last shot stuff, because you want to preserve those.
Yeah, he should totally be setting mines up over here by the ramp.
I think what Navane needs to do is try and like get ACVs on their tank, because these tanks coming up single fire on the low ground probably gonna get picked off. Oh, boom! There they go.
Yeah, man, this has been incredibly cost efficient for him.
Okay, he's dropping SCVs on the tanks, which is quite smart, but unfortunately these tanks are positioned in such a way that no other tanks are going to hit them. Mineral walking his SCVs, but he doesn't engage with them, and they're just going to get blown up as well. Clearing it eventually, but man, sick damage going down from that.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge.
And now he's prepping for round 2. If he hits the 3rd again now, like, that's just going to be pretty much destroying everything Navane has.
Yeah, and you see that right there, that point where he had that stuff in the main, that's when I unsiege everything and send it back home because I'm freaking out.
Thing is, Navane can see this. Like, his barracks is actually right there, but what options does he have? He has a couple of Goliaths around. If he positions them just right, he can probably pick off a dropship or 2. But you know what? I bet he doesn't have Goliath range.
He's going straight on the tanks here, it looks like.
Yeah, that's pretty good. He's going to take those out no problem. Oh, they are going to unsiege, but hey, still totally worth. Did a lot of damage to them there. Okay, dropping his own tanks now, and I think he can... Oh, I don't know. I don't think he's going to quite get this. Especially with his own tanks targeting those vultures. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, but now they're on siege. You can move these vultures in? No, okay, they're not going to do anything anymore.
Any GGs?
Oh, Samsonites gives up there. I guess he doesn't realize quite how much damage he did.
Yeah.
Even on these 2 base economy, if he gets a good drop at the 3rd, Navane doesn't really have an economy.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I think he still had a chance in that. He just needed to hold out a little bit better.
Look at the mineral only. Here's the CC on 1 HP. Maybe that's why he GG, because he's about to lose that. Great GG timing there, Samsonites. That CC gets to live now because you left. That's actually pretty sick. Absolutely. Yeah, it is super hard to break this contain, so I understand. And like, he felt like that attack with that drop was his only chance, I guess.
Navane, man. Navane 2-1. I'm actually really surprised. After that first match, it looked like Samsonites was going to be, like,
yeah, me too.
Way more...
I guess it's just the map. And like I was saying, the position is sort of misleading on Polaris. And he thought pushing up the middle was the way to go, but Samsonites just able to secure all those bases on the side.
Yeah. Well, dude, that is all the matches for tonight. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too, dude.
That was insane. 3 hours and 30 minutes, man.
Nice.
So
we're scheduled for tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Nice. I can't wait.
Cool. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for casting with me.
No worries. Thanks for having me.